Hey everybody, it's Logan here from Red Bandana Gaming doing a video special that I got a little inspiration from another fellow YouTuber. Been watching him for a while. His name's Nintendrew. He did a segment on Nintendo 64 controllers, so I figured I would do something similar, but with Xbox One controllers. I know it's not retro, but it's one that I have a passion for. I love the Xbox One. I'm pretty sure, as you guys can tell from the Instagram and a number of the other videos that we put up here and on Facebook, but is what it is. I love the Xbox, love the controllers. So I decided to take a page out of his book and put up a video myself of the different third-party and first-party Xbox One controllers I have. Just comparing them, showing you the differences and, what they're like. Now, I am going to do another video in this series about all my first-party Xbox One controllers, but that will definitely be something for the future because I have a lot of those too, and I'll make something where each of those are compared, and you get a glimpse into all the Xbox One controllers I have too. But yeah, so let's take a look. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at the standard first-party Xbox One controllers, starting with the original, of course. This is my day one, 2013, as you can see, right there. I a little scratched up, but it's been a while. But this was the standard original Xbox One controller to come out. First one, still all glossy, great buttons, same as ever. You have the sync button and the charging port on the back, pretty solid. This is the one that didn't have the headphone jack on the bottom. You had to get the adapter piece, or if you got the Xbox One headset, it came with it, the stereo headset. As you can see, wireless controller for Xbox One, standard, just pretty much like every other one since, but with the original design up here, so it has the piece right here instead of actually being one solid, as we'll see in the next controller. But still, this is where it all started. Day one, glossy metallic D-pad here, pretty good. Always love this one. This is the one I use pretty much the most out of all of them because, like I said, this is where it all started. So next we'll pick up the more current version, which has a bit more weight to it, even though I think this one does have the rechargeable battery in it. The more recent collector's one, which came with Project Scorpio, the 1X. It pretty much looks the same, except now this is part of the controller instead of a separate piece like the other one. We have the buttons that are same, but here they're all gray. Everything else is the same except, on the back, you can actually see there's a texture to the controller here, which if you bring back the original, we didn't have a grip texture at all. Let's see if you can see it a little better compared to this one. So that's not bad. You still have, yeah, I have two AA's in there. This isn't the one with the rechargeable, so, but pretty much the same. Still solid, still very good control, one of the best ever in my opinion. But they changed the design slightly a bit. Next, we're going to go the big boy, which is the Elite controller. Now, everybody knows the Elite controller's big thing is the detachable sticks and whatnot, the D-pad that can come off and become other ones. I have this one right now because I was actually playing, I think it was Samurai Showdown, and I tried using the other one, and this one just fit better. But otherwise, it looks the same. You have your dual settings here. Still is a mix between the last two controllers. Still has the separated piece and not the full one here. You flip it over, you can see where the flappy paddles would go right down in there. You've got your switches here that adjust sensitivity on the flappy paddles. No, not these aren't the flappy paddles. These are the hairline trigger settings, so you can change those. Which I do like the fact that they're metallic now. This controller is much heavier, has the full rubber grips on here, which are fantastic. A 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which I forgot to show in the other one. The Project Scorpio has a headphone jack. So same thing with this one. Let's see. I have AA batteries in there. I do have rechargeable batteries. I'm just not sure which controller is the one that has 2 sets in it. This one's fantastic. Here I actually bring over, set that up there. I'll bring over the little case right here. Show some of the accessories that come with it. You got the other D-pad, the different types of sticks, as you can see, and then those are the flappy paddles, and of course the cable that comes with it. Now to show off some of my third-party controllers, which I love picking up different Xbox controllers. So this one is actually one of my favorites, inspired by Super Nintendo. As you can see, Hyperkin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, as you guys can tell from some of my other videos, I like Hyperkin. I like the products they make. Now this one is a wired controller, so unfortunately there's no wireless functionality, but it's still very, very fun controller. I use this to play the Mega Man Legacy collections. So the only thing is, these are a little tight, they're a little stiff. These are a little squared off, so they're a little rough when you're holding it. Feels weird compared to the original sticks. I mean the original triggers. Not bad. The sticks are just fine. The sticks feel completely fine. The D-pad, it's solid, feels very classic but smooth. Now, instead of being completely round, these are the buttons, the face buttons are actually flat. If you look at let's take one of the original controllers again. You can see how they're convexed, where these are, you know, more flat. So it's an interesting feel. Still has the headphone jack on the bottom. As you can see, it's a Hyperkin X91. It's a retro style controller. Otherwise, still similar design. Mixes the Super Nintendo and the original Xbox One controller. I don't know. I like it. I use it for retro games on the Xbox One. It's a fun novelty to have. Use it once in a while. It's cool. Now, I'm going to switch gears and show something a little classic, but it's still, well, actually, I guess you could kind of say the X91 was classic, but this one, you know what? Keep watching. I'll save this one for the end. So I'm going to switch to this one. This one is actually a wired controller. I bought this mainly because of the color. It was cool. This is a Power A Pro controller, I think is what they call it, because this one is like I guess you could say a cheaper version of the Pro controller, where it has programmable buttons back here. This is the program button. These, I actually tried this with Forza 7 or Forza Horizon, where I'd program the brakes to here instead of actually having to take my finger off the trigger. So I have the e-brake back here and then have the regular brakes over here. But this is actually a pretty solid controller. I love the color. Wired cable, there's disconnects, whatever, no big deal. D-pads, okay. Sticks, they feel a little cheap, but then again, this wasn't an expensive controller. I think it was 20-25 bucks. The buttons kind of feel like the Hyperkin, but they're a little more convexed, unlike the other one. Does have the controller headphone port, so otherwise, you know, nothing fancy, but solid if you want the cheap version of an Elite controller. Very, very cheap, just to, you know, get one for the friends. And yeah, beautiful color. Now, this next controller I do have 2 of. I'm going to show off the green version, and most people seem to like it. Some people hate it because of where it came from and its origins, but This bad boy is a beast. The Duke. The Hyperkin Duke. It's a tribute to the original. Some people don't like it because they think it's too big. I love it. I play a lot of games with it. Lich and I, when we play any of the Xbox games, original Xbox on Xbox One, or a couple of other games, we use these. I have the black one as well. So let me grab that one, put that on screen too. Do have the black one. Black one here, cool. But the green one I actually have plugged in. It's the only one I have plugged in to show this fantastic, amazing, awesome feature. So cool. How cool is that? Come on. You see the original Xbox startup screen. D-pad stays faithful, sticks stay faithful, button layout. Does not have the memory card slots, but of course it wouldn't. Xbox One doesn't need it. It has built-in hard drive. We all know that. Now it has moved L bumpers here. So the black and white buttons also act as the L bumper and R bumper. So you can have them up here or up here depending on what you want. Whoops. And then the back, just as you remember it, looks the same. Here you have the detachable, instead of a tearaway controller, you have a detachable wire. And of course, let me unplug that for the moment, so I'm not controlling my Xbox while we're going. See, as you can see, standard micro USB, Hyperkin Duke, fantastic tribute, fully licensed by Microsoft. Great. Has the, like it would have the back and button, back and start button. You have menu and I guess that's what would they call it? The menu and the hamburger button, or the multi-window button? But whatever. But yeah. So that's a closer look at these controllers. Oh, and headphone jack still. So yeah, that's them. That's a close look. See, you can see inside of it. That's pretty cool. Great controller. So it's really on you what you guys decide to purchase. These are the ones I like. I've bought a number of different controllers. These are the ones I've chosen. Great choices. It's up to you. But definitely give them all a check. I would really recommend the Duke if you're into the retro style and how it feels. Whoa, original Xbox is now retro. How about that? But beautiful controller. Beautiful. All of them are great. All of them definitely great.